Hey everybody, it's Laura, and I'm trying to see if I can get some better light. Oh, that might be a better. Okay, maybe, I don't know. It's like darkish here. And okay, maybe this is working. Hold on. All right, I think it might be working. Sorry, I was trying to like get my live chat up in case somebody watches. It's been like over 2 months since I came on and did a haul video, so I am not going to be surprised if it's all crickety in there, but that's okay. I really wanted to do a haul video, but I've also been really working hard on trying to change a lot of my habits so that I can actually make a better living doing this. And that usually means that when there's enough daylight to be able to do a good video, I try to use that daylight to take photos, or I try to use the time to do listings and things like that. So today, obviously, I said, fuck it, I'm going to do a video. But part of it's because we had a really great thrift trip yesterday. So my boyfriend and I went to Unique Thrift yesterday, and we had a 50% off coupon, and I got some really amazing stuff. And I have a couple of things in here from like 1 or 2 other trips just because they were all mixed in. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started for you. It's going to be a little bit random, and Jelly Bean is really trying to get in my lap, so I'm going to try and not let that happen. All right, so this first thing is actually from a Salvation Army thrift a little while ago, and I don't really know what to do with these yet. They're just really nice boots, and they looked like nice quality. They've got the zipper up the back, but the brand was something that I was having trouble finding. They're called Nittany boots, Nittany, and they're apparently riding boots. And I found the company's website, but it only does wholesale, so it doesn't have pricing at all. I found one pair listed available on eBay for $300, but I didn't find anything sold, and I don't know. So I am going to get these up on eBay. They're a decent size. They're size 8. I think I paid $15 for them, so I'm probably going to try and put them up. I was thinking of trying 200. I saw in a message board somewhere someone mentioned $200 as being a low price, so I figured it's not a bad return. So I thought that I would do that. And I think that is the only thing I have in this particular bag. It was a nice little haul. I just looked at them because they looked like really nice quality boots. So, all right. There's this weird little thrift store that I go to, a little hole in the wall that I find stuff in once in a blue moon. So I went there one day and found a couple of interesting things. The first thing I found is it's a jacket, and it's a pretty plain, ordinary jacket. It is vintage with that lovely tag. And I feel like when my friends Amanda and Stu were in town, there was a similar jacket. It was a little bit more going on that, but Amanda mentioned that they are really popular and do well. So it was, I think, $2 or $3. So I picked it up. It's a nice jacket, regardless of whether it's popular for vintage reasons or not. But I have to look up. I'm gonna guess that's 70s because there's a care tag in it. We'll see. So I got that. And then I got this Lucky Brand purse. This is like a canvas with an embroidered leather on it. And it has this handle here, but then it also just folds over and has a strap. Now, I recently sold one of these that was leather that had been my stepmother's, and they are called the Abbey Road bag, and they actually go for some decent money. I paid $5 for this one. The leather one, I can't remember what I sold it for. They were going for like anywhere from 60 to 120. I think mainly around the $80 mark. I sold mine, I want to say I sold mine for 60 or so. And I was glad that I made the deal. Somebody sent me an offer and I accepted it, and she was super appreciative, which was nice. That's always nice. So I got this thinking that it would be at least similar because it's got the embroidery, even though it's canvas. So I only found like one other of these on eBay, but I'm still going to try and put it up probably for like $50 with best offer, and we'll see what I get. It was $5, and it's in nice shape. So that's good. Also in that weird little janky thrift store, I found this thing that I picked up because it was weird, honestly. And I think it was also $5 or $2 or $3 maybe. So it's this little jacket, right? And it's got this patch here, And then like this crazy giant patch here. Like this thing is thick, like motorcycle rider kind of patch. And then this over here. Now, some of you are either looking at that going, duh, don't you know what that is? And the rest of you are like, what the fuck is that? Which is what I said. This is the tag. So it turns out that this is a thing called a shooting jacket. So I guess it's very tight. Like on me, this is marked a size small. So I don't know if it's, I'm assuming it's maybe a women's small. Elvis, because on me it's very fitted, like it's very tight in the torso, and then the arms are really restrictive, but apparently they're supposed to be really tight so that you can function properly. I don't know, because I'm not shooting things. And by shooting jacket, I believe that it's more like rifle-y kind of shooting. Like these elbow pads are there because you're apparently laying on the ground and it, you know, on your arms. So anyway, these go for also some decent money, and I cannot remember why, like at least 50 bucks somewhere in there. So it was hard for me to find this size, and I had to try and look up what all these stupid patches are, and you know. Anyway, so there's that thing. All right, let's see. Get into some good stuff. What is this? Oh, this is like normal good stuff. This is Eileen Fisher. It's a, what is this thing called? It's like a zip-up jacket. It's a nice heavy like jersey drapey kind of thing. There are pockets here that I cannot find. Whatever. You can't see this the way I'm holding it. So Eileen Fisher, it's a 1X, women's 1X, and I paid $5 for it. And you know, it's the Eileen Fisher, so it's going to go like 40, 50, 60 bucks somewhere in there. This thing I need to steam and photograph because I have a listing half built for it. This is an Anthropologie brand. It's that Maeve tag. And I got this just because of the novelty-ish print. It's like a city map kind of. I think it's supposed to be London. And this was $3. And it is going, I want to say 25-ish on eBay. So, you know, picked that up. I got another one of these little jackety guys, right? Plain, but this one has plaid inside, which, you know, whatever, because it's inside. Vintage looking label. And this was $7. I can't remember if this was 50% off. It might have been, because that Maeve thing would have been $1.50. Like normally I don't pick up that kind of Anthropologie stuff anymore because it's just, I love Anthropologie, but the profit margin is not enough for me to justify increasing the hoard that I have going on here. Hold on one second. Bubba, come on. Come on. There you go. All right. Elvis won't shut up now until I put him on my lap, usually. So there we go. Okay. This was also a Salvation Army find. Here. Little purple lingerie with black lace. And it's got this neat little like thing. Victoria's Secret. This is the gold label Victoria's Secret. And now, hold on, I've got this cat on my lap. Let me see if I can readjust. Oh, sorry, Bubba. Okay. Stay there. All right, there we go. So it's the Victoria's Secret gold label, which is supposed to go for, it's supposed to be good money. Like 20, 30 bucks. To me, good money is like 50 bucks or more, at least. Not that 20 is not good, especially I paid, the hell did I pay for this thing? This was $3. So even if it was not 50% off, it was $3. It's not like 3 into 20 is not bad. I just have so much fucking crap here. So much amazing, wonderful stuff here. That's what I meant to say. It's not crap. This is amazing and wonderful. This is one of the things I got yesterday. It's super fucking awesome. This was $5 after the discount. And it's perfect because with the whole Christmas, New Year's thing coming up, it's also perfect because I sold a similar piece a while ago on Etsy. And so because I sold it on Etsy and not on eBay, my sold listing will still be there so I can copy it and it'll be easier for me to be lazy. It's not the same brand, but that's okay. It's like got the tag on it, so it's hard to see. This was, I think, a made in India deal, whatever. You can't see this because the tag is janky, but you know, so it's silk with the sequins, and it's moderately heavy. Like this is some beading and sequins. The beads are like the lines in between, like the black line here is beading, but the color parts are sequins. But it's got a nice weight to it. And by nice meaning it's going to be like 3 pounds to ship. So not nice if you're a customer. This is pretty cool, and I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to get for it yet, but I found this Snoopy sheet. Hold on, Bubba. And there we go. So it's like hot air balloons and characters and whatnot and rainbows, and it's cute. This particular one had been used as a drop cloth, so there's some paint on it there. The paint is actually not too bad. I think that that's the only area. And, you know, it's a little worn. It's like mildly pilled, but really mild. This was, just saw the flipping tag. All right, this was $3 after my discount. This recently sold on eBay. So one of them sold for $92, and I can't remember if it was a twin with 2 pillowcases or if it was a queen flat. Either way, this is a twin flat. I'm pretty sure. I didn't really check yet. And it's got some damage, but I mean, if I'm selling that even for 50 bucks or so, I will probably put this up on auction and start it around like 10 bucks, because then at least I'm still making a profit, but of course I'm hoping that it's going to go higher than that. I recently put a Hello Kitty sheet up that seems like it should be getting some more attention. It has 1 bid and 4 watchers, and the views have not increased much since I listed it, which is disappointing to me, but I'm hoping it'll get better. I do have some Legos up on auction that are at like 20 bucks at least right now, and they've got like another 2 or 3 days, and they're all like little minifigs that I got at just in a whole bag for like 2 bucks at Unique. Oh, then I gotta save that one for a minute. This is just it's funny. So I saw, like, this is fabric, and I saw one fabric in the store yesterday, and it was pretty cool, but it was like 70s polyester, you know. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll pick this up. And then I was like, look, you don't need to get into fucking fabric, Laura. You have enough stuff going on. And then I saw this, and I picked this up because this is terry cloth. This is like a giant freaking towel fabric. So it was too neat to not get. I think, like, I just like it. And it was $3.50, so $1.75, you know. So that was really cool. I gotta start readjusting where I'm putting things. Okay. This thing, I just thought was cute. I didn't try it on yet. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it as like pajamas, nightwear, but it's this very cute little tiny camisole, so it would be cropped. So it would be cropped. So I don't know that this is gonna look good on me anymore, but it was $1.25 after my discount. It's really pretty. It does not have a tag in it, but I think it's probably like 80s vintage. I looked for bottoms to match it, and I could not find them, which made me sad, but that's okay, because it's still cute. I still like it. Let's see. All right. Only stuff left in this bag is incredibly awesome stuff. So naturally, I am going to save that for later. I got this, which looks like whatever. I mean, you know, it's cool. Like if you've watched Masters of Sex, you've seen whatever his blonde wife's name was, whose name I can't remember now. You've seen her in these things like a jillion times. She wore them. But this I picked up because it is Rhaego. And it's probably a current version. Rhaego, if you're not familiar with them, makes this shapewear. So that's their tag that I'm probably good. Okay. Can you see it? They make shapewear. They've been doing shapewear probably since at least the 50s. And it hasn't changed in appearance much. You can tell, like, when you feel this, this is not, this is more modern construction, like just the feel of the fabric, you know. But the style of it is still very similar to what they were doing before. So I paid $4 for this. So, I mean, I'm probably going to try for like 50 bucks on this. I don't know if I'll get that much, but we'll see. This goes by bra size. Rhaego sizing can be difficult for me to figure out. This is size 34D, so at least by bra. But when you get the bottoms, because it's shapewear, it's super tight, right? And so they have, vintage sizing is always different than modern. So when I get a vintage Rhaego, it's very difficult for me to tell what size it's supposed to be. I believe that they usually, when it's the bottoms, they're listing it, I think, by waist size. So it'll say 26, but it looks, it's like this big, you know. So I try to go by their current size chart and then give like the stretched and unstretched measurements, which, you know, depends on how much pain you want to be in when you put it on. So let's see. I also got, I got this. I've seen a bunch of 80s stuff recently when I'm out thrifting, like 80s stuff that I didn't even like when I was in the 80s. And so looking back at it now, it's like I can't imagine anybody liking it, but I know the kids like the 80s stuff these days. So this one was actually pretty. I picked this up. It's just like a pink, it's sort of hot pink, which is hard to tell. You know, like an envelope style clutch. Yeah, it's pretty. And I don't know if that's a brand, Geno. You can't really read that, can you? Geno, somebody or other. It says made in Italy. It feels really soft. It's got some stuff going on back here, like a little mark or two, but nothing major. And it's a great color, great shape, so I picked it up and we'll give it a shot. I can't seem to make myself buy those windbreaker tracksuit things, you know, like the funky colors and stuff. I have like one that I got once because it was pink and weird. But some of them are so bad I can't do it. And I know that they're selling, I should look up how much they're selling for, because if it's like 20 bucks, I still probably am not going to bother. But if it's like 50 or 60, anyway. I like to stick in the 60s and 70s and earlier. This is a slip, super cute. I grabbed it just because of the print. I have a lot of these and they're not all listed. Some of them are. This does not seem to have a tag in it that I can find, but I don't really care. But one thing that is interesting, if you guys are not familiar with it, there's this thing on here. So here's the elastic waist, right? And then there's this guy here. And that is on both sides. And that's called a pillow tab. If you haven't seen it before, they just put that little piece of fabric over where the seam meets. And I guess it's supposed to be more comfortable, but on older underwear, like some of the 50s, 60s granny panties, that's a nice keyword to use for people who are looking for that. The pillow tab is good. So I'll put that in the keyword for this, but they're not going to care because it's a slip. But I just think it's pretty. Oh, Elvis got off my lap and I'm making noise. This bag was super interesting to me. So I picked it up because it's just a cool mid-century looking bag, right? You know, it's nice and stiff. The handle's in really nice shape. What I find a lot with these is that they've been bent and it starts separating at that seam. So this one did not have that issue, and it's overall not like very marked up, right? It's a pretty red. I opened it up. I was like, let me look inside. Nice, cool little zipper, the structured leather. It's all cool. The brand is Murray Krueger, M-U-R-R-A-Y, K-R-U-G-E-R. For some reason, this brand goes for a lot of money on Etsy. Some of them were like 50 bucks. Some of them were over 200. So I have to pay a little bit more attention. I don't think that this is going to be an over 200, but I don't know. Like the bottom is really cute with these little like sort of the feet that's got like that heart-shaped thing. And this is red, and they really didn't have, most of the colors I saw on Etsy were darker. So it was a quick glimpse, but you know, screw it. I liked it just because I don't come across a lot of red in the older style bags, so I picked it up. So that's a nice little surprise. I always love when that happens. And it makes you feel really smart. You're like, look, I can find all the really expensive things. That was luck. That's all that was. This is a pretty little tablecloth. I've gotten a few of these recently. I don't know that the other ones are in here, but I love these. I do, oh wait, here's one. I posted this one on Etsy already. Whoop. This one I love. It's like one of those, you know, look at that print. Oh, I love that thing. I desperately want to find reasons to keep this, but I don't have a reason to keep it, you know. We don't have a dining room table, and even if we did, I would put it on there and a cat would sleep on it and it would be hairy. Like what, you know. Anyway, so this one I also got, which I like, and this was $3. So it's pretty. I wasn't sure if this was vintage. Like some companies have done reproduction stuff, and the way the print looks, like they do some good bakes. Like I can't remember if Pottery Barn was one of them, but I think April Cornell's done some, like, you know, but it was close enough. I think that it is. The feel of the fabric seems like it's older. And the way that two of the edges are the selvage edges, like they're not hemmed, they're just the finished raw edges, if that makes sense. And then the other two have like a small hem on them, you know, but there's no tags or not anymore. Anyway, very pretty. I think I listed that red one for in the $40 neighborhood. So we'll see. I haven't checked this over really for stains because for $3, even if it has the stain ones I will keep because it doesn't matter if they get cat hair on them, right? So, all right, this is another purse that I found. This was $8. I really went overboard with this one, but I thought it was different. It was red again. And so, whatever, here's the inside. It's got this weird like bag archive sticker on it. I don't know what that was for. But also has like sort of structured, like you can see the inside. Let me get up for a second. So you know how it's got this like metal zipper, and it's a more substantial metal than you would see in today's purses. This little zipper pull guy, I'm not gonna be able to show that, am I? There we go. He's like a little bit different than some of the other ones that you'll see today. He's got a little shape to it, and I don't know if I can see. Oh no, I cannot. Nope, I can't read what that is. But you know, and then it's got like a second pocket, and it's all very stiff leather. It's not like the loose fabric crap that we have today. And I wonder what this is. There's another part of this sticker. There's another part stuck down there, and you can. It said Vintage Bag Archive number 2465, but I don't know what that's. There's no like company or anything. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So the inside was cool, and then on the outside, oh, you. I'm gonna put it back together. All right. So that's how it would look all closed up. Now, in closing it just now, which is the first time I've done that, I noticed that I've got this going on here, right? Which is disappointing. So that might be a little bit loose, but I'll disclose that. Some people may decide to try and fix it. I don't know how to do that. And especially because that's like covered, that's because it's well made, there's no little prongs poking out the other side. Anyway, so it was really nice. I liked the handle. Again, this is in pretty nice shape. It's not all bent and coming apart, and then it's got the chain metal there, which is really cool. So I don't know what I'm going to list that for yet at all. My eyes are dry. Okay. Oh, this one, this is so cool. This was $4, and I'm pretty sure this is 70s, but it's got that 50s look going on. So it's got like a novelty print skirt shape, sort of, but the print itself is so not 50s. No, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it like that. So she sees weird, I don't know, dolls or something, and like little people, but it was really cool. And so it's not really a circle skirt, but it is full. It's probably mid-calf length because it's above that on me, and I'm tall. So, and this has, oh, it is a tag. It's so cute. So yeah, it's definitely 70s, which I did not need verification of that because I knew it was. It has a pocket. It has 2 pockets. So all I need to do is write an ad, skirt with pockets, and that's it. That's all of the description that you need. Hashtag pockets. It's cute. I don't know. Etsy, I don't know how much for yet because it doesn't matter because it was cute. I don't care. And you know, it'll be like something profitable. So this is another one that I grabbed it without really researching it. It's a Free People thermal, and if you don't know, there are some Free People thermals that are going for stupid money. Usually they are the thermals, whatever, whether it's printed or solid. I think they're usually solid. And then their cups have like a long embellished cup. Sometimes it's lace, sometimes it's crochet, sometimes it's embroidery, sometimes it's a combination of all those things. I've seen some open work lace on them. And they go for nice money. I sold one for 35 bucks, and that was one that I'd gotten for myself. I had no idea. And then I have another one of my old ones that's up for auction right now that I think is at like 13 bucks. And it's got like a discoloration here. So I just threw it up there because I wear it because it's long sleeves and I get cold in the winter, but I'll find something else to wear, you know. Because the one that I put up for auction is one that in good shape is going, for some reason, it's going for a lot of money, like 40 or 50 bucks. And I don't understand why, because it's cream and then it's got like a strip of buttons with some embellishment. And that's it. I don't know why, but who fucking cares? I don't care. So, 3 people. It's this mandala, whatever. This was $3. And I think this was up on eBay for somewhere between 20 and 30. So we'll do that. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, I forgot. Isn't it sad? I bought this shit like within the past week, and I'm looking through this bag to show you guys. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that thing. So not cool. All right, look at this sweater. That is very confusing looking at first, but when you pay attention, it is a horse, and it's got a jockey on it. And so if you're like me and take 20 minutes to figure this out, so that's the Horsey's head here, and he's like going like that way. And then this is the jockey, and that's his head, and it looks like he's looking back or something, or he's like, maybe he's reaching back with that whip to whip the horsey, which is not nice. But it's a really cool sweater. And, oh, it's Mondi, which I get excited about. But I have a Mondi sweater on eBay right now that's been there for 47 years, I think, and no one fucking buys it and whatever. But that's the tag. So Mondi, that's the Mondi in that little red box up there, and then that's the tag. But what was impressive about this to me, besides the fact that it's got a cool design on it, is that it's wool and there were no moth holes in it, which is always super exciting. Fucking moths. So that was nice. And it's in nice shape. It's not shrunken and it's not too pilly. It'll need a little bit of a sweater shave, but nothing too crazy. This I picked, I don't even know how much this was, probably $1, but I did not look anything up on it yet. Donald Duck. Sometimes these things, this one's weird. It's not a good finished edge, but sometimes this kind of stuff goes for a lot of money because it's like a kid's hanky. And again, I don't understand it, but I don't care. So I'll look up and see if there's anything like that anywhere. If I can't find anything like it, I'll probably list it for like 10 bucks on Etsy. It's quirky. So it's worth a shot in case it is some money. This was pretty. So this is a black velvet top by Laura Ashley, and I liked it because it's fitted. So it's like a little more fitted in the waist, and then it's got sort of the 3/4 sleeves and this nice little scoop neck. This was $4, and there is something about the Laura Ashley. Some of the stuff was made in England, and then this one is marked as having been made in the USA. And I think there was a later point where, I don't remember if it's the USA ones or if they were later made somewhere else like China, where they're less quality than the ones that were made in England. So the ones that were made in Great Britain, that say made in Great Britain, are like the you know, cream of the crop. I have to see where the US falls in that scale, but it's black velvet. It's got a really nice shape to it. And with the holidays coming up, that's great. I have such a difficult time photographing black properly. My mannequin is darker. My lighting isn't always great, so it's hard for me. I have several black velvet pieces that are really nice that I haven't tried photographing because I haven't wanted to deal with it. That is part of my redesign plan that I don't really tell you guys about because every time I talk about it, 6 months later, it's not done yet. But, you know, to get enough space in here so that I can have a lighting set and it doesn't feel like I'm tripping over it every 3 seconds and killing myself. To set it up. So I'm planning on that for by the end of November, I want to have at least the space for it. I don't know if I'll purchase it by then. So this is a silly looking thing. And I got it for 2 reasons. This was at my 50% off at Unique yesterday. So it was marked $13. So I paid $7.50 for it, $6.50. I got it for, I got it because it's like the crazy print, right? And it's like an overall thing, but it's pants and they're a pretty wide leg. So that was cool, right? The top is really a little bizarre. So it's like, it would be a halter type of top, and this comes up like this, right? So then it kind of hangs down. And then the back has like a V. But I got it because tags. All right, so that JPG jeans, which I think you can see under there. So is it under there? No, it's Jean Paul Gaultier. I can't pronounce his name. So that's, and I'm sure that it's like, it's the jeans brand is probably the lower brand, but it's still Jean Paul Gaultier. So his lower brand is like probably more than I can afford. And it's got tags on it. So, and it's from like 2001. So the tag is a little bit older. But I thought that was pretty neat. So some of his stuff, it's weird. I had a shirt from this brand, the Jean Paul Gaultier jeans brand. I had that thing for like 2 fucking years. And it looked sort of like a denim jacket, but it was orange satin, like a thick orange satin. I had that thing on Etsy. I had it on eBay. I had it at $19. I had it at $80. I had it on auction. I had it everywhere. Somebody on auction won it at $10 and never paid for it. And then after his unpaid item case was closed out because he didn't pay it, he then contacted me like a month later and wanted to know if he could still buy it at that price. I was like, no, I didn't want to sell it to you at that price. Anyway, so it finally did sell, I think, on Etsy for 75 bucks. So it worked in my favor to hold out, but I really didn't think that that was going to leave ever. When I got it, I was so excited. I thought it was so cool. So anyway, I'll put this one up on eBay first and see. Well, on eBay because it's 2001. So this thing is also from my 50% off day yesterday. I am, at least for the time being, totally keeping this. It does not currently look good on me because I have some junk that is not in my trunk even. It is sort of just like in the middle of the car and making it seem, does not look good in this. But this is a knit thing that I'm stepping on. So it's like a, not a crochet knit, like a sweater knit, right? Oh my God, that lighting. Sweater knit, and it's got these like buttons. I think it's missing a couple buttons, but even with that one unbuttoned, it still was like low on me, but not too low to be obscene. So, and the best part of this, as always, pants, and they've got like some nice wide legs on them. Now you guys, I don't think it's coming across in this video. This is like a dark, like a maroon wine color. Sort of like, this is closer to what the color is than close up. It's really nice, and it's long sleeves. I have another jumpsuit piece that's like a sweater knit, and it's got gold sequins on it, and I fucking love it. But like, I do not live a life where I would wear that. Even when I was leaving the house to go to work and dressing pretty eclectically, I still don't think I would have worn that. There's been occasions where I was like, oh, maybe I'll wear that. And I'm like, no, Lord, it's daytime. It's not like, it just looks ridiculous. I think it's amazing. It's like a disco queen. It's so cool. But I think I'm going to put that one up for sale and keep this one. The black one looks good on me because it's got like, whatever, looks better on me. This thing also has a belt, but it doesn't matter. The belts never sit in the right place on me because my torso is long, and so it's weird. So anyway, because they're concerned with my torso. We're down to the wire here. So this is also from my 50% off day. This one was a little difficult for me to swallow, so I'm hoping it'll be worth it. Not only a good return, but a quick return. It is St. John, and it's a 2-piecer. So it's this dress, and I looked everything over, and it was in nice shape. And the dress has got, nothing super fancy going on there. So just a sheath, tank sheath dress thing. But then it also had the jacket with it, and it's like a duster jacket, so it's longer. And it's a size 16. So I think between, obviously, St. John, the neutral color, and the size, it should do well. I looked this one up And I believe that they were like, there's so many of these St. John things that are kind of the same, but not. So some of these were going in the $200 to $300 range. I paid $50 for this, which was difficult for me to do. I knew that I may get a good return. So I tried to make sure that I was going to get a good return before I bought it, because not even just the return, but to put out $50 at that time, I was not sure I wanted to do, but ultimately I did it. So there it is. So I'm going to try, I was going to try and get that posted today, but I'm beyond the sunlight point for that at this point. This is super exciting. This is one of those things I saw it on the rack and like I snatched it up before anybody could like get it. You know, I don't know how people sit there and video it and say, look what I see. Somebody's gonna come snatch that out from under you. Stop videotaping it. I just grabbed it and was like, you know. Anyway, I paid $4 for this. Yeah, yay. And it's a really pretty flower print. And it is a larger size. Like, let me say, put this on me to see, because so it's probably like, I mean, it's not a large size, but it's probably like a 28 waist. I've seen some that were like 24, which is just painful because, you know, it's too fucking tiny. But 28-ish waist, floral print, gunny sacks. It's, yay! Very exciting. And then I only have one more thing that I'm going to show you. I did get at least one other thing at the thrift store yesterday. I got a plate from Anthropology. It was a collaboration with a designer. So of course it was like a line of plates, and it was Nathalie Lette. So she's French. So it's like Natalie with another H in there. And then her last name is Lete. And this was like a French guy with a beret, Sam for. So anyway, the plate was like $2, but it sells for around $50, which was great. But you know, that's what I like about that stuff. It's very cool. And then finally, this is my, let's see. I can't find the top of it. So this coat cost me $30. It was $60, and then 50% off. I initially was looking at it as something that I would purchase to sell. For some reason, it did not occur to me that I could try this on and keep it myself. And then it finally did occur to me, and I was like, $30 to resell was, again, I wasn't sure I wanted to put out that much money at once at this time. $30 as to wear as my coat. Fuck yeah! So, can't snap it. I want to show it to you. It's really pretty. And faux fur. So there it is. See, and then the bottom has more of that guy too. So it's super soft. I'm very excited about it. I don't know what's going on with my video, because I know that at least I am watching it, and it keeps telling me I have 0 viewers, which I don't count as a viewer in the sense that I'm viewing it, but it should be registering that. So if anybody has been watching this or tries to watch it later and there's issues, I apologize. I'm going to watch it and see if it's decent or cut out or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully it's okay. But that's it. That was my haul. All in all, yesterday, Lord and I together spent $150. He got some stuff, some CDs, some t-shirts. He got a little guitar that he's going to sell that he had picked up once in the past and sold for like $50, but I think he should try and go for 100 again. He had it for a little while on like Craigslist, so I think he should try it again, especially because it's holiday time. A little girl's guitar, pink, it says Daisy. Anyway, so we spent about $150, and maybe 20 to 30 of it was his, the rest was mine. So that's it. I am working a little self-improvement. I'm working like 900 self-improvement projects, but I'm making very tiny steps forward in those projects. It's hard. I basically am teaching myself new habits because I'm not a self-disciplined person. So I am trying to get myself there, get myself on a more routine schedule, get myself to commit to doing certain actions every day. get myself to list instead of shop. And I take baby steps for all of these things. You know, the schedule is difficult for me to adhere to sometimes. Things take longer than I think they should, or they're shorter time than I think they should, or I go to the post office but then sidetrack myself at the thrift store, which shaves off 2 hours of my day. So that's difficult. Committing to getting certain things done has been working sort of, you know, obviously my primary focus is listing. Well, I mean, shipping and then listing. So I get this backlog of listed items that need to be inventoried, and I don't ever want to take the time out to inventory them because I'd rather use that time to make sure I get my listings done, and it's like a circle, and they all have to get done. So tonight I'm going to end up working on some inventory, but I'm trying to make little baby steps. I really should be doing like videos. I can't see setting this up every day. I now have a desk in another area and the lighting there is awful, so I have to sort of reset up somewhere else. My plan is that when this one part of the project is done, my bedroom, this is going to be, I won't say going away, but this is going away. And there's just too much inventory in my bedroom, and the plan is for the inventory to go away from my bedroom. This should be active, like as I'm photographing things or steaming them or whatever, you know, they'll hang up on this rack. I'll photograph them, measure them, and then fold them up and put them away. So this should not be full all the time, like it currently is. But all the other stuff that's like, you guys can't see it because it's underneath you right now. It's just bags full of stuff. So that's got to go. And when that happens, I think I'd like to put my desk in my bedroom, because right now I'm using my shipping table as a desk. I keep messing up my desk because I have a messy desk, which is another habit I have to break. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. Maybe I'll try and do like some Instagram stories to keep track of my progress in that stuff and keep me accountable. But for now, that's everything. I'm going to go and put some inventory away. And if I'm lucky, I will get enough done that I feel like I can photograph some things. So thank you for watching. And I will make another video soon. I'll try. I really enjoy doing them. I just have been not very disciplined with the things that I require myself to do. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later.